Hey guys, what's going on? So last night I woke up to get ready for work and I jumped on Twitter real quick and I seen that Satoru Iwata died. And for those who don't know, he was the president of Nintendo. And while I may have disagreed with some of the decisions that Nintendo as a company had made recently, um, one thing that cannot be overlooked is that Iwata truly made a huge impact on the gaming industry. And I think one of the things about him that really made such an impact was the fact that he was about fun and he wasn't ashamed of that. Like, Nintendo press releases saying that he would be at E3 during a given year, would always there was always a mention of fun when it was announced that he was going to keynote Nintendo's E3 conferences or he was going to be at a gaming convention or anything like that. And that's not something that a lot of other companies really do. Like you don't see a lot of trying to think of somebody off the top, like when John Riccatello was CEO of EA, like you didn't see him coming out and being like, "This is about fun," and um, being kind of goofy and having fun with his presentation. Whereas Iwata did, and as most of these pictures that I have up here that will be cycling through this video show, he had nothing stopped he had no inhibition when it came to having fun. He was down to earth and he was very much the opposite of what you would expect from a CEO of a big company like Nintendo. And it was refreshing to see in the gaming industry, you know, as like I said, you didn't see it too often. But I think what also speaks volumes is the impact that he had just with the games that he worked on. He was a main programmer on NES Open Tournament Golf. Um, he was an executive producer on later Zelda games like The Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, and he he was a producer on Super Smash Brothers for the N64 and Pokemon Stadium. In fact, he coded the battle program for Pokemon Stadium in a week. He was a very capable programmer. He created the compression tools that allowed Pokemon Gold and Silver to fit in Kanto and um, a couple others. I mean, he just had his hands in everything that most people love about Nintendo. Very instrumental in the Kirby series. Um, Earthbound wouldn't have been released if it wasn't for him. Um, God, I'm trying to think of others. I mean, there's just so many. I'm trying to think of like the big ones. Metroid Prime, the Metroid Prime trilogy, he was an executive producer on. And oh, he was the programming director and a programmer on Earthbound. My mistake. He One thing that I can say that's very positive out of all this and has really shocked me and touched me is how much people have come together over this. I've seen next to no negativity, and people are really banding together. There's already 24-hour streams set up. You know, Plenty of tribute videos and tribute articles have already been written, and it just speaks volumes of the kind of impact that Iwata had on the gaming community. And some of these people aren't even like known Nintendo fans or anything like that. It's just 90% of us are here because of his contributions to the industry, whether it be as a gamer who just sits on his couch and plays for fun, YouTubers that are making a living off of doing what they do, or designers. And I think it's safe to say that we will never have somebody like Iwata in the industry ever again. And that is a tragedy and that is a shame. Um, Obviously, his passing is a tragedy in and of itself, and my condolences go out to his family, his friends, and everybody he worked with. But just the things that I've seen being said about him online, like a story of a guy that he helped him on a flight. Iwata dropped his phone and he couldn't get it out of the, like it went in between the seats or something, and this guy got it out for him. And Iwata snapped a picture of him on his phone, on Iwata's phone. He used it to take a picture of the two of them, and then he emailed the picture and a big thanks and everything. And a lot of CEOs don't take the time out of their day to do something like that. I read a tweet from somebody from Nintendo of America that said that whenever he would come over and he was in the NOA offices, he would change his I'm gonna screw this up because I can't remember what it's called, but like his Miiverse message would say like hello NOA, Um, and that's what I think really endeared him to all of us is that he was a gamer, you know, um, and he didn't let anybody forget that. I think one of the most important things to remember about Iwata is I think it was GDC 2005. During his keynote speech, he said, "On my business card, I am a corporate president. In my mind, I am a game developer, but in my heart, I am a gamer." And no other CEO that I can think of could say that and make you feel like that is a genuine comment, um, and that every word of it was truth, and it was unquestionable truth. You know, um, I've always said that I play games for fun, and that was what he believed they should be. And I know that arguments can be made that games can be more than that, but that's not pertinent to this discussion at the moment. But you know, it's it's a real shame. It's a huge loss for the gaming industry and the gaming community as a whole. Um, and I obviously nobody knows what Nintendo's going to do, um, or who they're going to pick to be their new corporate president. But hopefully, if they have even 50% of the passion that Iwata did, then they'll be in good hands. But they got big shoes to fill, very, very big shoes to fill. And I think I'm just going to wrap this up here with sending my condolences out to his family, his friends, and everybody he worked with. And may you rest in peace, Mr. Iwata. And thank you for all your contributions